Understand, 'cause we are the Texture Man. Dude, I got this cool thing to show you. Really, man? Yeah, it's far out and technical and stuff. Boy, so yeah. Come on and turn it on. Tune into the Texture Man. Come on and turn it on. Tune into the Texture Man. Come on and turn it on. Tune into the Texture Man. Come on and turn it on. Tune into the Texture Man. Cool.
Hey, everybody, welcome. It's Monday morning. Monday.
Really?
I love that.
Wow.
Yeah,
So
I
much
remember
energy.
I'm a morning person. Come about 5, 6 o'clock,
I'm in morning all the time. Oh my God, no! I hit that at 2 p.m. I'm gone.
If I could curl up somewhere around here at like 4 o'clock,
Yeah.
and give me an hour or 30 minutes at least,
Yep.
then I'd be good the rest of the time.
I do that at lunch every day I can.
My Santa Claus is coming in slowly.
Ha ha ha. Oh, that's right. It's ho ho.
It gets. You know, the closer I get to Christmas, the longer it gets. Then I'll turn into Santa Claus. I get fat, and by the end of the
It's just
night,
a fat
by 24 hours, I'm back down to my skinny self.
Skinny self. Good.
Skinny
Good for
self.
you. I would
so
gladly
skinny.
loan you some.
Yeah.
I will loan you some.
Boom. Ching. Hey, everybody, welcome. So, let's do what I normally do. What'd you do this weekend?
I went out looking at beds. So I got up to
What
lay
size
back down
beds?
All day long.
all day long. It's awesome.
And did you find anything?
I think we're starting to narrow it down.
May I strongly suggest a Tempur-Pedic?
That's exactly where we were going.
Yes, we have
got
two of them.
We had a sleep number. I love it.
Yeah, he's a sleep number guy. I'm a Tempur-Pedic guy.
I can see the Tempur-Pedic, yeah.
Yeah.
I had Tempur-Pedic. It
I love the reason we
wasn't
had two.
as good.
We paid like $3,000 or $4,000 for the first one, and then I'm scrolling Facebook Marketplace because we need a bed for the guest room, and I'm like, and somebody was selling the bed and this amazing bedroom set. Okay, which is like, I mean, the bedroom set was like a $3,000 bedroom set all by itself and a $3,000 mattress, and I got them both for $350. The mattress was like new.
Someone die on?
No.
That's where someone died. If it's a good deal, did someone die on this? Because
No, it was more like who divorced.
well.
Yeah.
Well, someone did die.
And, yeah, and apparently it was her husband's mattress.
Okay.
But it was like brand new.
Yeah.
You know, and so I'm like, bam, load that puppy in the truck.
So what'd you do this weekend?
I was fencing. Yes.
Were you on the fence about fencing?
No, I wasn't. And so I was. No, the fact was I was putting up the boards on the fence that we started the weekend before around the dog yard.
Got it. So you're
So
fencing,
it was incredibly boring, and
Incredibly
you know,
boring.
just fencing was my big thing. That's really all. I know I did more than that. I know I went places and did amazing things, but all I can remember is putting boards up. That's all I recall from the weekend.
Wow. I dropped a tree.
Did you pick it up?
I felled the tree.
You felled the tree.
Felled the tree.
Yes, you felled the city.
50-foot oak. Yeah, it was rotten. It was going to fail on my It was going to fall on my workshop. So
Yeah, that's
Could've
nice.
It was
just
either-
decorated it first and then take it down.
thought about
after
that.
the
Actually, I thought about setting it on fire and
What
then
kind of
cutting
tree was
it. Oak.
Oak.
Trash oak.
So that's a new species I wasn't aware of.
Trash oaks. It
Are
was,
those the ones that die every 20 years?
no.
Like they never live more than 20 years, and then suddenly you get this.
Oh no! We
like-
counted the rings. This tree is almost. I think it was my wife got them because there's little rings you couldn't get. I think it's about 50, 60 years old.
Wow.
Yeah, but
That's a shame.
it was dying,
Yeah.
and it looked it. So me and my oldest son, got out there and felled it, and then trimmed it. Got good firewood out of it.
Yeah.
And now I got a
and
cool
it's Florida, and so you've got maybe 3 months to use it all.
Well, we also burn in our pit in the back and stuff like
yeah,
that. We'll
yeah.
burn through that wood, but
Yep.
now but I left it high enough so I sand it down and make it smooth top and put a top on it. And I have a chair
There you go.
not a chair,
Yeah.
but a table. So when we do the burn pile, I have a place to sit and with a tea and whole nine yards.
Start carving down the
That's what he
sides, start
calls
building
it.
a nice,
But my son, he cut about a quart of wood. He split it by hand.
Really?
Yeah, I'm
That's
proud of
pretty
him.
good.
Boy, he got out
well,
there.
then that was definitely a dead tree to begin with because you can't split green wood.
No,
no,
you cannot.
That ain't going to happen.
I still got a chunk about 6 feet long that's too big for. And you could tell it was oak hardwood because it dulled
yeah.
the blade out real quick.
Oh,
Once
yeah.
I got down
Oh, yeah.
there, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, we're
So
done.
I'm gonna have to go
Yep.
rent
So
a
that's now a new bench.
24. I was thinking about that, but it's got a weird split to. I'll show it to you.
Yeah.
Maybe
Oh,
we
yeah,
can
that'll be fun. Here, let me
Gotta
show
find
you
somebody
my
to cut
tree.
up. I'm gonna show you my tree. That's all about wood. Anyway, so today,
We're going to talk about
Tree tech.
tree tech.
Yes.
We're gonna jump on yours first.
Oh, no, let's not do that.
No, I do.
I always bore people.
No,
they
you
don't want to
don't.
hear about it.
Actually, no. Everybody's like,
Nobody
"Where'd you
knows.
find that guy? He's just a know-it-all."
Yeah, that I am definitely a know-it-all, and I'll be the first to admit it.
Oh, my
but it's
God.
been 40 years of study.
My phone is like going off.
Today, we're going to talk about psychographics.
What is psychographics?
And that's just it. I'm going to start by telling you what it isn't.
Okay.
Okay. Psychographics is not demographics. What are demographics? Demographics are, well, let's just step back and before we even get into that. Let's look at how you can buy ads or advertise or promote your business in social media and online. Okay, in general. You can do demographic-based advertising, and that's what most people do. They think, oh, most of my customers are women aged 35 to 55 who live within 5 miles of my store. Okay? Let's say you're a hair salon. Okay? And you know, that's the typical woman that you find in your seat. Those are your demographics. Okay? And that's great. You can go ahead and target those things, and you can just hit just those women right in your area who are within the age bracket that you're looking for, and that's demographics. Now, we can also do activity-based advertising within social media, and that is I'm going to go ahead and I've got Facebook Pixel, planted on my website. I've got Google Analytics and all this stuff. I'm going to go ahead and target my advertising to people who have come to my website before, or they have gone to my Facebook page, or they like my Facebook page. These are people who have engaged in an activity that ties them in some way to your business, and that's neat too, because now let's say you take your demographics and you take your activity based, and now you've got, gee, these are people in my demographic audience who actually know of me and like me and so on. But how do you go beyond that?
Right.
Okay, how do you get the next level up in order to find your ideal client? And that's really what you're looking for. Stop looking for any client, look for your ideal client. Okay, and the way to do that is to look at psychographics. Psychographics focus on the interests, beliefs, attitudes, and just the personality of the person. So let's say you have this hair salon, but your specialty is doing hairstyles like you see in the girl with the dragon tattoo, where you get the shaved sides, but you do that for women who are 35 to 55. And so you know the dyes, you know the colors, you know all the things you have to do. This is where just your straight demographics are going to give you a lot of people going, oh no, I ain't ever going there.
Right.
Okay? And on the other side, you're going to get, you're going to miss people that might be 30 to 40, okay, who would really be into this, but because you did, 35 to 55, you're like, you're missing a segment of your audience. And so if you look at what they like, so let's say now you take women who are 35 to 55 who are also live within 5 miles and like The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo as a movie.
Oh.
You are much more likely to get your absolute ideal client out of that. And that's kind of a crazy example.
I get
But
it.
it actually lets you go, wait a minute, yes, that's how I can narrow in. Now, they are getting really wacky with what they're able to do with psychographics. And some of it I like, some of it I don't like. But I think if you're smart, you're going to take advantage of it anyway. And that is right now what you're able to do is, especially on YouTube, if you're doing YouTube video ads, you can go in and you can target people who like other people's websites, who like other people's pages. So if there's a big page out there on, or a big Facebook group or a page on hairstyles for, well, let's just stay with it. But let's say you are, opening your own little boutique and you've got this hairstyle thing that you like to do and it's real avant-garde, and your main competitor is, say, Aveda salons, okay? Then you can go ahead and choose people who like Aveda salons. And you can target them. People who interact, and Facebook will deliver to you people who follow Aveda. And then now you can go out and you can farm your competitors. Let's say we're talking WeBeam TV. We can go out there and we can take people who like YouTube, people who like small business channels that are out there, people who like community TV programs, and people who like the Chamber of Commerce. And we can target those people within our demographic, within our geographic region, and then, what we're doing is we're actually farming the activity on somebody else's page at that point. You used to be able to do income really well on Facebook. You could like choose income levels, but now they've really scaled that back. But on YouTube videos, you can still do that. You can like pick the top,
Really?
20% income earners and go for those in your geographic area. But yeah, so these are all things that you can. The old example we used to give in days gone by was if you want to advertise for doctors, okay, you put a golf club in the picture and you put the ad in the golf magazine. Don't go for the medical magazine. Don't go for any of that. They aren't actually reading those, okay? Their staff is reading those, and the salespeople trying to sell to them are reading those. But the doctors hit them, next to the Lexus ad. Hit them next to the golf course ad. Do those things, and now you're hitting the psychographics of the doctors. And they're much more likely to see your ad because you're running parallel to their actual interests of this specific group. And if you triangulate right, and that's really the key, is if you scroll down there, you'll see a Venn diagram, okay, that actually has the three circles. And what you're doing is you're taking the activity, and you're taking the psychographics, and you're taking the demographics. And any two of those are great. One of those will do. But when you put all three together, that's where you get the win.
You want to be in the gray.
Middle triangle in the middle.
You want to be in the gray.
Yeah, you want to be there in that beautiful spot in the middle. So that's where psychographics can bring you. They can add in that third dimension that really can make your advertising dollars pop. Sure, your cost per person may go up. Well, let's say it goes up 50%. But it quadruples your closing ratio. You just doubled your efficiency. Who cares? Okay, you don't have to spend twice as much, but you can spend the same amount and get twice as much of a result out of it.
Got it.
That's really what matters. Of course, as soon as you're doing that, now you get the money to increase your budget again.
Right.
And there are some tricks on that you can do as well. So, but that's where we really want to help people to understand that just clicking the boost button. It's not a great thing, but if you boost and then you have a specific audience selected in your boost, that's where you can get the win. And you can build that specific audience with a custom audience in advance.
Right.
And then you can just boost to that audience whenever you boost your post.
So I have I'm going to stay on that real quick, is I get these people that will call me and they'll go like, okay, well, I want you to advertise with me. I guess they don't realize we still do that here.
Yeah.
So they'll go, I said, well, okay, well, what is your viewership on Facebook? Not that I care, but
Right.
they're like, well, I got, and I have an actual person I'm talking about.
Right.
Oh, I've got 1.5 thousand or 3,000 like on a video or something. I said, okay. Then I'll also, well, what's the watch ratio? watch ratio? And they'll go, well, I don't know. I'm like, yeah, you know.
That's why you're
You know,
hesitating. Or they may
right.
not know.
Well-
they may know that they've gone viral, that they've got some stuff, and they're trying to sell themselves
Yeah,
as
does
an
someone
influencer, and they don't even actually understand
Are
the
those
market.
15-second clicks? So say like with us,
Yeah.
we're long form.
Yeah.
And on our social media, it's not my concern. My concern is my website.
Yeah.
My website, so when people, and I want people to ask me, well, what's your watch ratio? Every show we do has, and I have a witness right here, 85% or better.
Yeah.
We
means-
have those one
Allow
to-
me to translate. Hold on a second. Allow
Okay.
me to translate. What that means is somebody comes on for a 1-hour show like this. The average person stays for 85% of that 60
Right.
minutes. Okay, so if you do the math on that, that's like 50 out of 56 minutes
Right.
that they hang out and watch this program. And that's pretty darned impressive. That blew my mind when I saw those stats. But those who watch this show, and it's not just this show, it's like across the board with We Beam TV programs.
Right.
When people tune in, they are engaged in our program.
Yeah, we're-
but
Yeah,
these people on Facebook, I mean, you've got a couple seconds to grab somebody's attention, which is, and then, hope to God they stay with you because they like what you say. Other than that, you might as well be a 5-second ad.
Right. So if someone's wanting you to advertise and they're using Facebook or they're using Twitter or they're using YouTube, well, ask them, okay, well, what's your watch ratio? And if they can't tell you, if they sit there and go, well, I've got thousands, okay, so I've got 3,000 people, how many people those are staying past 25 minutes or at least a quarter? And a lot of them are like, well, it doesn't matter. I get that many people hitting me. It doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't.
If people aren't hitting you, if people are trying to sell you and they're advertising, and I'm the very first person to say, what is the watch ratio? Because that's what I want to know.
Well, it doesn't count when somebody's scrolling through Facebook and you show up on their feed and 3 seconds of your video starts playing because they just didn't finish swiping.
Right.
Yeah, or
And
you know
it
what? I
counts as-
might be
it
interested
counts
in
as
this.
a
No,
watch.
I'm not.
No,
but it
yeah.
counts as
Yeah,
a
it
view.
counts.
I'll take engagement. I'll take at least a quarter of the engagement over the 1 to 15 seconds.
Exactly.
So if someone says, well, they don't watch, so say if I have a 30-minute program and they're watching 15 minutes, that's good.
Okay.
I'm good with
Yeah.
that. Oh yeah, that's what I want.
That's a great
But,
number.
Don't
Yeah.
fall into that trap of,
I've got
3,000 people watching me. Yeah, how long?
Yeah,
How
or
long are they watching you?
Well,
Yeah.
the combined total of 3,000 people watched me for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a big deal.
Yeah.
I'm over. When we can actually prove our numbers, which is awesome, and even Facebook, the Facebook numbers are so skewed
Yeah.
that I knew we did a test on a while back. I'll tell you this little quick story, Facebook test,
go.
that I had 25 people waiting for us to go live.
Yeah.
We went live, and all of them clicked on the button, and it went full screen. It showed on Facebook that we had 2 people watching. Just 2. Not all 25, just 2. And then I said, okay, we're going to do another test. We're doing the same test. Don't click on it. Just let it stay in your feed and let it go. You got to be on Wi-Fi, right? It showed 5 people watching. Right?
And they were all on different routers,
All
different locations.
completely at their own homes, whole 9 yards,
yep.
right?
Different
so
IP
then I said,
addresses.
okay, so then I went back and looked at my demographics of how many people watch, and they all watched the 5-minute video that we ran a test, right?
Right.
Okay. On the one where they clicked the button, it showed that I had 10 people watch. Not the 25 that watched.
Which is weird because most of the time, Facebook is pumping its numbers in the other direction.
Yeah.
Okay, they're telling you got 9,000 views, on a thing, and it's like, well, then how come I got like 3 click-throughs?
Right.
Okay.
So
when you
they're-
tell me 9,000 people, looked at my post, but only 3 people clicked through.
Yeah, or
I'm
one
like,
engagement.
Yeah, and one engagement. I mean, this is insane.
Yeah.
Or better yet, I will see where the post has been shared 17 times.
Right.
There are 312 likes.
Yep.
Okay, and then I look at my numbers and it says I've got 6 views and 2 engagements. What?
Yeah.
How do I have 17 shares when only 6 people have seen my post?
Right. See, I'm telling you,
Okay, yeah,
their numbers,
their
the numbers,
algorithms are
their numbers
completely
don't
screwed.
work.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah,
so-
the only thing you can look at with them that matters are your results.
Yep.
That's it.
How many
You
phone? How many
just
phone
got to
calls?
look at
Yeah.
your results. How many people have contacted you? How much product have you sold? Okay. How many people have come to your website and signed up to be on your email list? Period.
Right.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's the only metric that they can show you that actually matters. Everything else is so screwball.
I want to do. I just got a text. I want us to do maybe not next week, but the week after, or
Yeah.
I want to do a show on what it costs to do advertising on YouTube.
Oh,
Because someone asked, well, what does it
Yeah.
cost? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know because I don't
we're-
advertise on there.
We're doing some tests on that right now to find the most effective way to do it. So that's perfect that you asked because we are planning on covering that soon.
Okay. good.
And because, yeah, it's considered one of the most economical ways of doing ads right now because you can't just slam something together on, you go to Pixabay, grab an image and throw up text and go, look, I built an ad.
Right.
And run it. Okay, it's a video ad.
Right.
So you've got to have a video ad. So actually what's really weird is a much more effective ad costs a lot less because
Yes.
there's not as much competition to put
Right.
it on. So
Yeah.
that's a pretty cool deal, and that's what we're trying to.
Because
figure out
everybody
where that
out of the
is.
gate, everybody thinks that the minute you mention YouTube,
Yeah.
oh, it's too expensive.
Exactly. Yeah. Well,
I can't afford that.
But the big expense has
amazed.
always been setting up, building the ad.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, that's the expense
Right.
in the YouTube advertising world.
Yeah, and it's
Yeah.
not. You can come to us and we can take care of
Yeah.
that for you. So we're going to jump to a new story.
Go.
Brightline. Walt Disney World agreed to build the train station at Disney Springs.
And it's going to go from Orlando International Airport.
To Palm Beach, as well as Disney, back and forth.
Yep.
So if you fly in, I wonder if they're going to stops in between. I know Rob's got a video that he can play over, or something that we can play over while we're talking about this. To me, if you're going to do that, are they going to stop at all the resorts, or is it going to be strictly from there to Disney Springs? Disney Springs will now truck
Disney
you.
Springs is only building one station,
Yeah.
so it can't stop anywhere else.
Well, except for all the stops that it's on the way there.
Only if there's a station to stop
Yeah, the
at.
cities.
That's just it. There's no
Yeah.
stations.
I know. Channel 6 over in Orlando did a whole story on this. What we're playing right now, and and I'm not sure if we're.
It's not high-speed rail.
No,
it's not a bullet
it's a train.
train.
It's a normal train. It just looks fast. Looks
Well,
like it's
yeah.
fast.
I mean,
standing still.
they are aerodynamically designed to.
Are we
save
on?
energy.
Are we talking over this or what?
Yes.
Okay, good.
I mean, it looks cool.
Oh yeah, it'll be nice to have that run and get all that traffic off of I-4. Thank you very
Looks
much.
like a choo-choo train.
Well, but it's not. But doesn't affect I-4. It's coming from the airport.
Which is the
Beeline
B line. Yeah,
or something like that.
yeah, yeah. But still, get the cars off the road.
But if you did one from Tampa to there, if you did one from West Coast to East Coast to South up,
Yeah,
you'd be good.
yeah, yeah. If I mean, I know the train. I have taken the train from here to Miami, okay, or Fort Lauderdale or whatever. And
there
yeah,
it is.
there it is. There's your stops.
Tampa.
Oh, if that goes all the way through to
That will be
Tampa.
freaking awesome.
OMG.
That's cool.
Yeah, because if that runs from Tampa over, I'll never drive again. I'll park my car here and just ride over because I can't stand that drive.
Just Uber where you're there.
That'd be fun.
True, I'll just Uber to the station.
Yeah,
Yeah.
then you watch, and it's like 6-8 hour trip versus your normal 4.
Well, here's the thing.
Four.
I mean, the train.
You drive slow.
It's 90
I can get
minutes.
to Orlando in an hour and a
Oh
half.
no, I mean getting to
No, Fort Lauderdale.
Oh, that would be awesome.
I did that, and on Amtrak, okay, and it's a 5-hour trip.
yeah.
And you're sitting there, air conditioned, you got Wi-Fi, you got everything. It is awesome. And what is it? It's a 4.5-hour drive.
Right.
So why bother?
Right.
When you can ride in comfort, go to the dining car, you never got to stop. Okay, you never got to worry about driving. You
Pee
never got to
standing
worry about
up,
that
it's awesome.
jerk. What's that?
Pee standing up instead of a jar. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, exactly. Instead of your empty teacup.
And, if you want, you get one of those little rooms,
You can. Yeah, you could. But
Take a
it's
bow wow
it's
4
comfortable.
hours.
I mean, the seats
yeah.
are like this big. Okay, it's really nice.
Is it?
And so, yeah, it's a great way to
We
travel.
should do a tech shamans travel. We take the train just to
We
show.
take the train.
Take the train.
I love that idea.
That's a great.
On the road again.
Let the tech shaman. We'll
Do we-
take you through the
do we
whole.
get to sing on the road again the whole time?
Absolutely.
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
That'll be the underscore.
There we go. I love it.
On the road again. Anyway, so I think that's going to be. But it won't be. It won't be completed until like probably 2030.
No, that's that one, but that doesn't mean we can't do the Amtrak one.
That is true. We can
Take
take
that straight down to Flotterdale.
Flotterdale. Stay overnight in Flotterdale back.
Yeah,
Right.
maybe we can just run it, one trip down, one trip back. Let's see what the schedule is.
Okay.
That'd be kind of fun. Spend 10 hours on a train.
I'm good. I'm good with
10
that.
hours on the train, and
We'll give them call and say, hey, look, we're gonna do a news thing all the way there and back. You guys going to do an interview while we're on there? And
Cameras all watching out the window the whole time.
I love the train. As a kid, we took the train a lot.
Yeah.
Look, guys, we just passed the cow patch.
And actually, believe it or not, I still like bus travel. Look at they're both.
I went to college, and I used to have to take
Greyhound.
the bus from Syracuse to some unknown place in New Hampshire. And all I know is still in my head when you can't say the name of cities in like upstate New York without me hearing Schenectady, I mean,
right.
Troy.
As a kid, we either took the train or we took the bus to either grandma's house or aunts, uncles, and they would put us on there and they would sit us up front next to the driver, right? We could only get off if he got off, and if he got off, then we couldn't go without, go to the bathroom and stuff like that. But there's always a bathroom on the Greyhound.
Yeah.
So
And this is why I don't like Dr. Pepper, because Dr. Pepper, for some reasons, always smells like the bathroom in a Greyhound bus.
it does.
And I just...
It really does.
Wow.
I am not. See, I'm glad I'm not the only person that
not
thinks
the only
that.
one, and that's why I will
Yeah,
not
you
do
open that can, you pour it,
I
and you're
just-
like, oh, that's the bathroom in the Greyhound bus.
No, Mom, I will not sit down again.
No.
This is olfactory technology we're talking about now.
Yes, I'm sorry. So anyway,
And now, the fact of the matter is, they actually use Dr. Pepper scented spray in the Greyhound bathrms. So, bad choice on Dr. Pepper's part to
Way to
get
go,
into
Dr.
that contract.
Pepper.
Way
You
to
only got half the U.S. and hasn't ridden on a Greyhound bus that want to drink it.
Best pun was driving down 56, okay, and saw a porta potty. And I love it when they get creative. And this one was called Duty Calls. Duty Calls. I just
That's
thought that was
awesome.
clever. Yes. Okay.
Oh my.
Now, porta potty technology. Yes. John, quick, save us. What's next?
Okay, so all right, you know how printing is a big thing, right?
No,
3D printing.
never heard of it.
Okay, I know it's a new thing, right?
Nope.
Okay, so now you can I knew you could 3D print chocolate, candy, right?
Well, yeah.
Now-
you're just kind of
melting
injection.
Now
molding,
it's
yeah.
meat.
Yes, but it's not meat-based meat.
Oh, but it is.
Well, no, they are not
Rob, go ahead.
actually.
Roll that video while we
roll
talk.
it.
Yeah, they're actually.
This is not the stuff.
Oh, it
Okay?
is the stuff.
That's not the stuff.
Yes, it is.
Okay. No, what he just showed right there was an actual butcher.
Yeah,
Okay.
and all
that's
those
real
scraps,
stuff.
all the scraps and stuff, go get gooed up, and it becomes the meat. Yes.
Well, this one's saying meatless meat.
Yeah, this is meatless.
But
meat
there's-
in
but
this
there's
ad.
another
well,
one that
yeah,
does
but
meat.
I'm sorry. That's
geez.
parts is parts. Okay.
Parts is parts.
Now you're just talking about.
We already got that.
How
we have hot
McDonald's
dogs.
Makes their burgers and
Look, they're running
Yeah,
it in reverse. Isn't
but-
that awesome?
But this is it's a neat idea. No, but in this case, what they're doing is they're synthesizing meat-like stuff
I don't
and
want
then
meat-like
3D
stuff.
printing it.
I want meat.
And it is now. Some of them are using vegetable proteins.
This is peanut butter.
Like that one right there. That is actually a natural substitute for the ingredients, and then it prints it out to look like a steak. Then they fry it up, and it looks like those hams we used to have when we were a kid. Remember, we'd buy like the Oscar
yes.
Mayer hams that came in the plastic
Yep.
package.
Spam.
No, it wasn't spam. It was
No, no, I
literally
know
a
what you're talking about.
slice of
Yeah,
Oscar
it's
Mayer
so
ham.
gross.
And it always had that little round bone in it.
Yes.
You know? Now that is what you're talking about.
Yeah. they 3D
That's where they
printed
are
the fat in it.
recycling. Well, you have to have the marbling in order to give it
Meat
flavor.
products.
Okay.
No.
Look at that.
But
that steak's a little too perfect.
no.
It
that's
looks like
probably a real
meatloaf.
steak. But
Yeah,
yeah,
it does.
I mean,
Meatloaf.
And what's wrong with and we actually
There you
have a
go.
dish
That's
called meatloaf.
that's more the size it's going to come out of on
Right.
most printers.
But okay, so but for seafood, they're using they're using crab and lobster.
Well, they're
and-
using the fish that is not actually crab and lobster,
Right.
which is what so much of your crab salad and everything is absolutely not crab.
I already look.
It's chunks of fish.
You're at the restaurant. There's a sorry, our printer's fresh.
We're out of
Put it
goo.
down.
We're out of goo for today. What do you want? You want a real steak? We got those.
You know, really, why don't we just call it what it is in Soylent Red? All right, guys.
Yeah.
Okay. There you have it. It's
Exactly.
Soylent Red. And I mean, because how long before you're sitting there chopping your steak and you're going, oh my God, it's people.
Ooh, there's movies that gone that way.
Oh, jeez.
There's
Soylent-
movies.
Soylent Green.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. Sorry.
You know,
That's
but
what
yeah,
it's
I mean,
all
we already.
about.
Somebody forgot to let the steaks out so they could grow into their form. Because you just add a little bit of that
Yep.
meat. You got the outer stencil of what the gelatin.
I mean, we've
and then
already
it
got
just grows on the inside. Somebody forgot to let it out.
We've already got hot dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we got Spam, potted meat,
Well, nobody actually eats
beanie
Spam,
weenies.
Okay.
We could 3D.
I love Spam.
I think 3D printed
I
hot
eat
dogs is the
Spam.
fastest thing.
I actually have got my youngest eating Spam.
You know, when I was first learning how to cook when I was in college, I figured, look, how hard can it be? You just put some ingredients that sound good together in something, and you bake it, and you're done. You know, and so the first thing I ever tried to make was a Spam casserole.
Oh no, you can't bake it. Oh no,
I used
Spam is only good fried.
I used to call Spam specially processed anti-meat.
Yeah, but it's. I'm telling you, So one night was my turn to cook, right? Because we all take in the house. We take a night. So one night I did. We're gonna breakfast. We're gonna breakfast
Yep.
for dinner, right? So I got there early. I took the Spam. I cut up really thin, and told everybody it was just a sausage. And everybody ate it. They're like, "Oh, this is really good." I said, "Really? You liked it all?" They're like, "Good." I said, "Good," because that was Spam. And they're all like. So Lynn was like, Dylan was like, "Ah, it's gross." And Cage was like, "Is there any more?"
Is that?
I mean, to me, I grew up on it. So, I mean, I like potted meat. You put a little mayonnaise in there, you don't spread a little tomato, you're good. But yeah, that's the same stuff.
Hey.
I'm telling you, man, you better be, when apocalypse shows up, you better be ready to eat anything because you're gonna admit to eat any.
Better, yeah. I mean, you know, you're
I'm a roadkill guy.
your neighbor's kids. Are
If it's a
gonna start
couple
looking
hours
good.
old, it's edible. I am
Less than a couple hours old. It's not like you're waiting for it to age. Okay, bring it home and hang it.
Well, if it has a taint smell to it, don't eat it.
There you go. That's
Because
it.
that
yeah.
means it's
Let
the
your nose
asshole
be
went
your
through the
guide.
head. Certainly.
Remind me of that Bambi's mother's song. I killed Bambi's mother.
Oh my God.
Don't know that one.
Oh my God. So
right.
the next thing we're going to talk about is okay. You brought this up last week. I think the Sondor's car.
Yeah.
It's a
The Sondor.
trike.
It is a trike, but it is so freaking cool, and it is so economically efficient. You're talking, I think they're running like 300 miles on a charge. It is slick looking. It's air conditioned, stereo. It's got built-in Wi-Fi. It's got everything in it. Okay, and the price tag on it is like under $15,000.
What? No way.
Yes, that's the beautiful part. They went
looks
at
kinda
this thing
nice.
saying, we are going to build something super economical for the marketplace. And I mean, I just went nuts when I saw it because I'm like, no, this is exactly what I would love to drive. Now, the only issue you have with a vehicle like that, which is really not far off from a, what's it called? The one by Polaris. Always forget the name.
Slingshot.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Slingshot. Okay, it's really just an enclosed Slingshot.
So
And a
this is
Slingshot,
not on the
you
market
can
yet.
get no, not quite. They've just finished their pre-production model. They've done through beta. Now they've done their pre-production.
They are
And
cool looking, I have to say.
They are really slick looking. And again, what concerns me, driving down the road, you get something light enough to be efficient.
Right.
Man, I do not want to get caught up in the crossdraft of a semi.
Semi. No.
That's what
Okay,
scares
so
me.
when as a kid, my dad was trying to be efficient with our money, right? So he sold the big Delta 88 that we used to drive around. I used to love that car, man. That was a it's a tank, right?
Yeah.
So my dad went and bought one of these Volkswagen Rabbits when they first
Oh,
came out.
yes.
It was
Oh,
VW. It was a diesel.
Yeah.
50 miles to the
50
gallon.
miles to the gallon.
Holy
It's
crap. I mean,
insane.
I could drive everywhere on
Yeah.
the tank. And now I'm like, I'll fill the tank up, and I
Yep.
drive all over the place. But so I got hit in a car. I got T-boned by
Ooh.
a Pacer. Those Pacers are little bitty tanks. They're nothing but
Yeah.
metal.
Well, they're iron and glass.
Right. So it shoved me through the windshield. So I have an adversity. I cannot do small cars.
Right.
Unless I absolutely have to.
Yeah.
And I did when I was older. I got a Saab 900. But another tank.
Another tank.
It's a tank, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So when we moved down here from Connecticut to Florida, I was driving a Santana van, a Model 300. That
Okay.
thing was awesome, right? So I was like, I'm going to be an adult. Went and bought a Taurus. I'm sitting in a
God.
red light one day, right? I'm sitting there going, I'm going to work. I'm being Mr. Professional. I look over, and the guy's bumper was at my head. And I'm like, I'm a target. If I ever get hit, I'm dead. Because there's no way, there's nothing stopping that glass from keeping me safe. There's no side airbags at that point
Yeah,
in
not
time.
at that point.
I'm like, I'm out. So I sold it, got myself a Dodge Ram. But I can't do little bitty cars like this. And to me, that looks like if you get, I drive down the road in an RV and the semis still push that RV.
Yeah.
I can imagine what the push on this little
but
bitty.
It is different because it's little bitty and because it's aerodynamic. It tends to scoop through better. What you don't want is like a little blocky thing, like a smart car.
Yeah, but you've got
Okay.
a single wheel in the back.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're all over the place.
could be. Let's see, but that's where the weight is. for
I know the
vehicle.
people that
So
like.
is it going to be much different than the Can-Am? Think about the Can-Am.
Yeah.
Okay, you don't even think twice about driving down on that three-wheeler, 2 wheels in the front, 1 wheel in the back. This is a Can-Am with 2 seats in the front.
But
And a
it's
hood.
That's all.
It's open, and you don't need to wear a helmet. So it's a Can-Am. So
Well,
it's
this
good.
is closed and you don't need to wear a helmet. And it's got air conditioning and the stereo. No, but I think
False sense of security.
this idea, there you go. Well, it's a really big helmet. Think of it that
It's
way.
a really big helmet. Big helmet. Dark helmet.
Dark
Make
helmet.
sure it's
There
black.
you go. There you go. No, but I think I love that idea. Now, for me, it's always been about small cars because when I've driven anything larger, I've been hit. And I've not been able to get out of the way of things hitting
But you
me
survived.
and everything. Yeah,
But that's not the point.
but not my passengers,
I don't care about passengers. As
Exactly.
long
Yeah,
as
I mean,
walk-
that's what it is.
When
I'm
I
like,
walk
whoa,
out,
look at that, I'm
good.
coming. Okay, I'm swinging it over that way, so you take the hit. No, but I have had such amazing good luck with my smaller vehicles, my
Better
Miata,
knock on some wood. Find some wood before you leave
I
the
mean,
studio.
I can zing around just
Right.
about anything. And I have driven into horrifying accidents on the freeway, 75 miles an hour. Somebody's spinning and slamming into vehicles, and 5 of us all went right through and never hit him. I mean, it was just amazing
do
to
that with my
watch.
Hummer.
Okay, yeah, but you just go over him.
like
okay,
Tron.
that's the difference. Yeah, look, yeah.
Yeah.
I light cycle everything. That's what I do. Yeah, I mean, passengers hate it.
They're all like,
Well, no, they're not like that. They're like, bam, bam, as I light cycle. But I got the wheel.
yeah.
So I don't care.
That's why the older
you
I
probably
got,
get your own wheel.
I just drive a tank. It's easier.
Your own wheel.
There you go.
If I hit you, it'll
No.
mess me up a little bit, but I'll live.
In New Hampshire, we had what we called rotaries. Okay, traffic circles.
Yes.
And
Had those in New England.
and it used to drive me crazy because it's always yield to the vehicles that are on the circle already. That's the rule.
Yep.
Very simple rule. Some people, nope, they just come plowing right through. I just wanted to get a 1972 Caprice Classic
Oh my God.
and weld railroad ties.
Yeah,
Just
all the way
a
around it.
box of railroad tie.
Mad Max.
Okay, and you go,
Mad
I'm just going
Max.
to teach people how to yield. I'm just going to sit here and just drive in a circle all day.
Oh,
Go
hey.
ahead.
He's got spikes
I
on the
got-
front.
Yeah, the wheels.
So since you said that, I'm going to say this right now. Okay, so all of you that are out there that freaking out about 2020, just remember this. Mad Max was set in the year of 2021.
We are just laying the
dude,
groundwork.
Oh, wow.
We are laying the groundwork
I'm
for it
going to
right
get
now.
some gas right now.
I'm gonna get some,
Yep, and what caused the problems back then? A virus.
a virus. Yep. So whoever it
Speaking of
was-
virus,
Speaking of virus, yes, we've got two stories here.
so
to go back to
coronavirus,
back.
hackers are already targeting the COVID vaccine supply chain.
Yeah.
Cold chain.
And it's interesting how it's not that they're trying to disrupt it with the hacking. It's not computer based.
Nope.
But what they're trying to do is find out, excuse me, where and when the stuff will be transported.
Yep.
Because then you can hit the transport line.
Right.
That's the key to this.
They're right
And-
now digging into it.
Yeah.
Big
and
time.
It's scary
The worst-
to think that's what people are concerned with.
Yeah, and the worst part is how they're doing it. It's not just like a phishing email that, which they are sending out.
Yes.
But they're
Right.
sending legitimate people to these businesses, you know, and saying, "Hey, I'm with so and so, and you know, la 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 la. Don't forget, I'll send you an email later on. Just open it up and take a look at what I have to say, type stuff." And
Yeah.
so now, when you put that psychological thing
Yep.
right in there and say, "Hey, look, that guy was really literally
That
here."
just became 3D
Yeah.
psyops at that point.
Yeah, so now it's getting crazy. And then why, of all things, why go after something that
Well, because it's a high value target.
Of course.
And
Of course, why not?
it also leads into another the other story whereby
Yes.
they've been trying to hack the bioscience companies.
Yeah, this
that
is
are
the
doing
Chinese.
This. Okay.
Right.
The Chinese and the Iranians.
Iranian.
Okay, they're trying to hack the bioscience companies who are developing this stuff because they want to steal the formula.
Right.
Okay, and that's great. You want to steal the formula, hack the formula. I'm kind of ambivalent about that one. Okay, because it's like, okay, that's kind of almost got a noble cause to it. It's not like they're trying to get in there and change the formula.
So they
that it
want to
becomes
steal it so
deadly.
they can make their own?
They want to steal it so they can make their own.
Right.
Okay. At least that's a little kind of sort of noble cause.
Well, I mean, in my
Okay?
opinion, it's
pay somebody money and ask for it. So
Right.
That's how they normally do it.
well. So the
Well-
UK's getting the first batch this week.
Yep.
So
Yep.
we're gonna watch
they had a
them.
slightly
If they
faster
twitch, we don't
rollout.
take it. If they twitch, we're good.
Yeah.
If they
there you
don't
go.
twitch, we're good.
Yeah, but how are we going to know? They're British.
That's true.
Yeah, I mean, they're acting weird. No, they're just British. It's okay. No,
Well,
that's
if they don't fall
perfectly
over
normal.
dead,
Yeah.
right?
It'd still be hard to tell.
Yeah, see,
as long as they don't turn into zombies.
I can see this whole.
Nope, still be hard to tell. I'm sorry.
Mad Max. Here we go.
I've watched Shaun of the Dead. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That was a British zombie movie.
It was actually it was good.
And it was good.
It was a good movie. I liked it.
With Mr. Scott as Sean. But then we've got another story about the new way hackers are going after people who have tried to bypass the ransomware using the services that you've been talking about, Adam. And I think that's kind of because the question came up when we were talking about it. Why don't you describe what
I'm trying
what
to
the story's
find it.
about? You're trying to find it? Okay. Did you read up on it? Because it's basically saying that they're calling the businesses and saying, "Hey, we're monitoring your activity. We see that
Yeah,
you're
there we
going
go.
back,
Number 14.
and that you are going to try and bypass us, and we're going to double our price, and it's not going to work."
Yeah.
So, what's your thought on that? Because I had my own thoughts on it, but I'm going to shut up because I'm a know-it-all.
This is
You're a know-it-all.
This is funny.
No, that's
that
me.
they're willing
I'm the
to
know-it-all.
cold call these businesses and say, hey, they're gonna, if they've already gotten in and they're willing to go the cold call route, they know more information about your company than they're willing to potentially let you
Yeah.
know. And if you're restoring from a backup, there's obviously something else. There's a door open that's allowing them in.
That was my question about restoring from the backup.
Right.
Because if they got in somehow,
They're
and you
just going
back
to
it
do
up
it-
to the minute before,
They-
they
They've already
shut
been
you
in there.
down, they know how to get in.
Right. They're going to get right back in. So
Yeah.
you need to not only just get your business back up and going, but you need to figure out how they got in.
How did they get in?
There's a few companies out there, and I'll try to remember who it is. There's one that targets your physical employees and your CEOs, CFOs, and stuff like that with targeted emails, and tries to get them to open it. I think the company's Before You Know.
Okay.
Before you know.
Yeah.
Before the number
Before
4,
You Know.
And what they do is they basically find the weaknesses in your employees and stuff like that, and they target them, get them to open the emails. Then they come to the company and say, hey, look, this is where these people did this people did that. This is how far they went with it. They literally entered in their passwords and their credentials, and they kind of like sabotage the business, and then go back and give them a report so that way they can and the companies pay for this service.
They're white hat hackers.
Yes,
is what they are.
and the company pays for this, and then they go ahead and you can either write up to your employees, or you need more cyber security training,
Right,
things like
right.
that.
Then they bring you your solution.
But yeah, so now, again, like what you were saying, restoring from a backup, these guys call you. They obviously know more about you than just your IP address. They
Right.
know a lot more information about your company. I would be very concerned is how they get in. Do they get in because of do you use a VPN service?
Right.
Are they monitoring your VPN service? Do you have a port open on your router, on your server? Are they monitoring your IP constantly?
Right.
They're going to get back in, and before long, you're not going to have anything to restore because you've already used up all your restore points.
Then the new iPhones, 12s and stuff, come out with a VPN built in.
Yes. Well, there's
And you gotta go choose what VPN you want.
Yeah.
But it'll automatically, if you turn your VPN on.
the service, the company. I think we talked about what kind of security services you could put on your phones for
Right.
your teenagers and things like that, your
Yep.
children. A company called Circle
Right.
has
I use
has
Avast.
product. Well, the Circle feature has a VPN service
Right.
that you install on your iPhones. It's a certificate. First, a certificate and VPN service. And the cool thing is you can tell, no matter what your phone attaches to, Wi-Fi, cellular, whatever, that VPN's always on. Kids can go try turning it off, it turns itself back on automatically. And
Can they delete the software?
they can't delete the software. The company even goes through and shows you how to keep them utilizing screen time and password protection to keep them from either installing new software, locking the software from being able to be uninstalled, and even whether or not you can even get into the App Store. You can make the App Store completely disappear from your iPhone, and the kids and nobody can get into it. And the great thing is you can control it from one main account, and that account you can set bedtime, set internet limits. You can set whether or not FaceTime works. You can set whether or not iMessaging works.
Nice.
And you can basically shut all those services off, and specific apps. You can even target, different websites, different apps. You can set different boundaries, whether or not you're a child, a teenager, or an adult. There's just so much you can do, and it's great and you can ping the phone wherever it is. So if the child decides to, stay out late or something like that, and out on the street, and you need to find them, it has the tracking feature built in without having to utilize Apple's services.
Right.
So pretty cool.
So a VPN, now more than ever, a VPN is more needed.
Yes and no. But just remember, as the need becomes, warranted, then so does the people who want to, get
Right.
into it, and those are the
Well,
people. the hackers
we've
and
talked
things.
about VPNs that have been hacked.
Yeah.
But the more protection you have, the better off you probably are.
Yeah, the more
Yeah,
protection you are.
at least try.
At least-
you
at least
you
try.
don't want to be the low-hanging fruit.
You don't want to get that phone call. Oh,
You-
by the way,
If
I got all your stuff, and if you want Bitcoin, please.
If you're using your phone or devices outside of the house or outside of known networks, yes, I would definitely pay for a VPN service. If you're going to go on public transportation, you need to, you're going to use. Oh, check out our free Wi-Fi. No, it's everybody's there. Everybody's utilizing it.
Yeah.
Anybody can spoof and make up their own SSID and claim to be Denny's free Wi-Fi or
Right.
whatever it is. And
And
So
they're
if I'm
over
running,
there
if
at
I'm
the
running my
laptop.
VPN, right, but I want to get on Wi-Fi,
you can still get on the Wi-Fi, but the VPN tunnels through their network
okay,
to the outside web and then basically to another server. That's where your internet calls are going to be called from.
Right.
So you're just making a beeline connection through the internet right to this particular computer, and then all your calls to the internet are going to be from that server out.
Got it.
So, if you buy a VPN service and their service is located in, New York, okay? So you're just making a quick tunnel right through there. It's all encrypted right to their server in New York, and then all that information is coming out of there. Now, if you use websites that, want to track you, they're going to track you. They're going to see that you're in New York, not, in Florida or wherever you're calling from. So
Smart. All right, so speaking of tracking, okay, Warner Brothers isn't just sending movies to the HBO Max. AT&T is limiting the contents on it to its platforms because AT&T owns the movie studio.
Yeah.
Warner Brothers, right? So Warner Brothers' big announcement was we're going to go to, like, let's just take Wonder Woman. Christmas Day, it's going to go out to the theaters and it's going to go into HBO Max.
Right.
Right? So everybody's like, oh, we'll just stay home. We'll just stay home and watch, right?
Right.
Well, AT&T owns most of that data bandwidth that you're burning.
Right.
Okay, so they're gonna. I can see what's going on. At first, I'm like, that's just a lose proposition for the studios. I mean, I've got HBO Max. You have HBO Max? You have
sometimes,
HBO.
yeah.
If you have HBO, you have HBO Max.
Right.
Right. So if they limit it and frustrate people, then they're going to send them back to the theaters.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? So it looks like they're doing you a favor, but I don't think, and I think, if they don't, I just can't see how the theaters are ever going to survive. I know Regal over here is shut down permanently.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, our Regal shut down. Now there's a new owner of the building
Right.
that owns the complex, but I heard that Regal will never open up again.
Our Regal 18?
Our Regal 18 is not coming back.
And
So
Jeff
now,
got those theaters remodeled too.
well, not ours, not that one over there.
Yeah, some of them in the last 5 years.
They
They've
were
redone some of the
clean.
seats.
Well, I know
and-
the little Cinema 6 redid
no.
theirs.
Yeah, no, I'm talking.
Oh, did they?
Regal. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I hope the rumor's not true. I like going to the theater.
Yeah.
I know I could watch it at home. And blah 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 blah. I can probably go find Wonder Woman online right now and watch it before it ever hits anything. I'm pretty sure there is
Yeah,
a
but you
freaking.
wanna watch it
on
rip
your
rip.
bootleg
equipment.
But I
copies out
want to go into that theater, sit up and watch the big screen, have my popcorn, my milk duds.
Yep. I want to
and my
be in
soda
that
pop.
row right up above the floor where you got the metal rail
Yes.
along the front, and
So you
you
put your
kick your
feet up.
feet up on the metal rail. It's the only way I can sit for
It's a-
3
it's a
hours.
And then
great
when you
way.
put your foot back down, it goes.
Yeah, exactly.
Or even better, go to the AMC or whatever the one that's out.
At Cobb.
And you get to eat, you get to drink,
Yes,
you
yes,
get to
Cobb,
sit,
yes.
relax, and
Yeah, you
watch.
get
Now
table
that's 18
service.
over.
I love that,
That's
yeah.
awesome. So
Yeah.
I like that experience.
But I like the big screen.
But I can't see. I just can't see the theaters making that much money.
No. It's going to be a whole new ball game until something changes.
Because they
But-
want that. They need that. But I think they get 80% of the ticket sale, right? So if it's $10, that's $8
Yeah.
per person.
Yeah.
Well, if I've got a household of 10 people, we all watch at one time. That's
Yeah.
$80 that's just gone out of their revenue.
Gone.
Gone.
Yeah. So, but now AT&T can only throttle this if you're watching it on a wireless network. Okay, if you're actually watching it on wireless, they can't throttle it if you're watching it on FiOS, fiber optic in your home.
Yes, they can. They're the feed,
Right.
just like we're the feed,
I understand.
right? So if they throttle their feed to HBO Max, it's not like HBO
Well,
Max
yeah.
owns the file that sits on their servers.
Right.
They get that feed from Warner Brothers. It's not like a movie theater where the film shows up
Or
or the digital
Or
file
at
shows
least,
up. Right.
yeah.
Right.
You download
They
the
control
movie.
that. So they could possibly mess it all up.
I wonder. I mean, that would just be disastrous.
It would be.
From
You know what? But just goes to show when these larger corporations like these cell phone companies, things like that, media companies start buying up other media companies and start building their portfolio,
Yes.
they start controlling so much.
But AT&T,
Yep.
you got to
Have so
remember,
much power.
AT&T it probably owns the HBO. They own the theater.
Yeah.
They own that. So yeah, they can do anything they want.
Yeah.
They
And they
can
have-
slow that.
Well,
they can
the
throttle
other
that down.
thing is when you do that, not everybody is lined up okay, like we would be at the theater for the debut of Harry
Yep.
Potter,
Right.
okay, where we're wrapped 3 times around the theater
Yep.
waiting for the midnight show, okay, in one of the 12 theaters that they've put it in. So you're not going to have that. I mean, you're going to be like, oh, it's finally available today. Okay, hey everybody, let's watch it this weekend.
Right.
And so they'll debut it on a Wednesday or Thursday because nobody's gonna. You're gonna get. It's gonna break it up into pieces.
Right.
So I don't. My thing is, how are they gonna track what kind of money they're making on these movies? Because, well, first of all, you sure can't say, oh, this one here did did $70 million its opening weekend. No, it did like $7 million its opening weekend because, like you said, you get 10 people in your living room watching it, so you suck
Have a
that
watch
down to
party.
nothing.
Exactly.
Okay, you have a watch party, and I mean, I have a 12-foot screen or something
Right.
at home. I've got a big screen.
There goes that whole not available for public viewing.
Yeah.
The whole remember the old
Right.
FBI warning
yeah,
and
yeah,
stuff?
yeah.
But then how can you?
How do you stop people from having
Yeah.
a watch? And I'm just talking about having family and friends over.
Yeah.
But that's 10 people who aren't
That you
going
just
to
lost
go to a
revenue
theater,
on. Exactly.
that are not buying their own copy of it at $30 a piece like they did with Mulan. Okay, you got one person buying it for $30 and then everybody watches it.
Yeah, I think it
Oh,
should
and
be.
Mulan's out now on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's I thought it wasn't coming out to the 17th.
They
And
did
it's
it
out
wrong.
already. Yeah. I was
Well,
was
it's
happy to see
a
that.
good way to give value to the streaming platform.
Yep.
Well, yeah, but I mean it's
I mean,
early. I didn't
we
think
all
that
we all
was early.
understand that the Mandalorian's carrying Disney Plus right now. So
It certainly is helping. I don't know. They also have Son of Flubber, so just
Son
just
of
hang in there.
Flubber. That's awesome. All right, everybody. Hey, thank you for
What
watching.
happened?
It. We didn't get to half our stories. I love
What
this.
happened
I love
today?
it when this happens. So thanks for watching. We appreciate. If you got any comments, you want to just look at some stuff, text shamans at webeamtv.com. We're going to start planning that trip on the train. I think that will be cool. It'll be a weekend thing for us. All the guys will get together. It'll be a dude's day out. Anyway, we'll see everybody next week. Thank you for watching.
Bye, everybody.
Y'all have a great week.
We got the plans 'cause we are detection mans. We understand 'cause we are detection mans. Dude, I got this cool thing to show you. Really, man? Yeah, it's far out and technical and stuff. Oh, so yeah. Come on and turn it on. Tune into the Tech Shamans. Come on and turn it on. Tune into the Tech Shamans. Come on and turn it on. Tune into the Tech Shamans. Come on and turn it on. Tune into the Tech Shamans. Cool.